Welcome here to Castle Avenue for Clontarf versus UCD. It's the last regular round of in the AIL season, with the playoffs starting next week. For Tarf, they only need 1 point to make sure of top spot heading into the last four next week. For UCD, it's a bit different. They sit 8th on 37 points. 2 points should be enough to maintain their 1A status for next season. I can't believe the AIL season is nearing the end. The 2022-23 season is almost over. My name is Kieran Noble and I'm delighted to be joined in commentary today with AIL and Clontarf legend Ado Darcy. How are you today?
I'm great. I'm really excited for this game. It's obviously the last game of the regular season. A lot at stake across the league in general, but I know UCD have a lot to play for, and Clontarf certainly want to be going for that top spot. So it's going to be an interesting encounter.
Now let's go through the teams. Both sides have made 6 changes from the last day. The hosts have a fresh centre partnership of Stephen Kearns and the return of the Mac, Michael Brown, back from retirement at 13. Connor Kelly plays it out half, his first game back since sustaining a hand injury against Trinity back in February. Ivan Soroka returns in the starting lineup with Paul Deeney coming into the back row. For UCD, under-20s Grand Slam winner James Nicholson will play at fullback, his first game back since playing that game against England a little over a month ago. Dara Gilbourne makes his AIL debut at 12, with Tim Corkery returning in the 10 jersey. Ex-Clongowes captain Tom Coughlin comes in at number 8 as well. It should be a cracker. And the ever-experienced George Clancy is the man in the middle today. Ado, is it hard for Clontarf to get up for this game when they know the playoffs secured, or do you think the lads just want to keep that winning streak going?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think going into the last game of the season, last game at home in the regular season, it's not very difficult to get up. When you come to the bull ring, you always want to show what you can do. So yeah, I don't think there'll be any problem getting up for this. They know that a huge amount of form needs to be taken into next week for the semis either way, and also they need to go. They need to go top of the pops in this league because they want to show that they've been the best all year, and they'll try and do that today.
Michael Brown's back today. You weren't tempted, no?
No. Look, Brownie's probably a bit fitter and a bit more agile than me, so I didn't get any phone calls during the week, which made me a little bit happy. But I'll be missing playing at the moment, so looking forward to this one.
And we're underway here. That's a very good kick. And it was Asheru who started the game well. Shaney Asheru taking the ball in the air, but great start from Clontarf.
Unbelievable. Ball on a sixpence from Con Kelly, straight back into the team after a long injury. And then you saw Shaney going up there, taking the ball over his head. Incredibly athletic, that player. So very good start and good position there.
And it's a line out. And Dylan Donlan, 17 tries in 17 games this season. A freak of nature he is.
Yeah, he gets himself at the back of the mall regularly enough. But he's also just a very hard man to stop from 5 meters out, showing that he has excellent finishing ability all the way through the last 2 years.
And up they go. But they don't go to the model. It's Tony Ryan, the Enniscorthy man. A nice little tip on from Donlan. Clontarf are so dangerous in these positions. Soroka. His brother Alex is on the bench for Leinster right now. Here's Kearns. Fionn Gilbert is next in the line. Angus Lloyd. UCD trying to hold that one up, but there's an advantage, says George Clancy. Tarf very patient on the ball here early on. It's Kelly, the fullback. We'll come back for the penalty, but good intent from Clontarf early on.
Yeah, absolutely. If there was any any questions, as you said at the start of the game, if they'd be hard to get up for this game. I think they've put that to bed. Great composure. As you said, didn't go straight to the maul there. Looked to kind of move it off the back and some great shape to start off and good composure to hold the ball.
And of course, both clubs are missing quite a number of players because of Leinster away in South Africa. I know Ben Murphy's gone, Brian Zini as well, amongst others. And then for UCD, you've got Chris Cosgrave, Ben Brownlee. It just shows the depth, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Like, I mean, it's obviously tough for teams like anyone who has a good Leinster player. But look, the AIL is about how long you can last in a season, how good your squad is, and if you have a very good squad and you're lucky enough to have good Leinster players coming back at the right time, um, that's the most important thing, and really does make a difference to the best team for
And,
this year.
and look, he's licking his lips. Don't tempt me with a good time, he says. And it's try number 18 in the season for Dylan Donlan. There's very few certainties in life, but a Dylan Donlan try is definitely one.
Dylan Donlan, the garlic bread man, they call him. I don't know if it's because of his garlic chat, but he certainly takes a good squad to the mall and make sure he finishes them off. As you can see here, he's the man who starts it. Lovely throw in to Mick Carney, and the ball is well transferred. And Dale sees the ball at the back there, and a strong drive from the pack. Powerful Tarf pack. I think one of the strengths of their game is here in the mall and in the forwards. It has been all year. And that's going to go a long way into the post part of the season.
And he's also won off his record last season of 19 tries. And Turf will be looking for 2 more games after this. So going by that, he can break it this season.
Absolutely. He'll be looking to get as many as he can.
That one is a miss, and it's 5-0 to Turf. But a great start, as we said.
Yeah, great start from Tarf. They'll be really happy. Won the ball off the kickoff and then went straight down, first entry into the green zone and scored. So really well composed and put together a try.
Tim Corkery to get us back underway. They've lost that one, but they're getting the penalty, according to George Clancy. It's great that somebody like Connor Kelly is coming back into the squad, I suppose, like at this point in the season when you're going to need him for a semi-final or a final.
Yeah, when you've got so much depth across the park, I think this team feels like anyone can really step up and play the role. And it gives you great confidence as a player, like the trust you have in your teammates. And for Con Kelly to come back, I watched him in training on Thursday, had the back line flowing so well, and kicking the ball, his strike is just one of the best in the league. So it's superb to have him back at this crucial part of the season.
Turf have won the AIL title 3 times, of course, and are looking to get back-to-back titles for the first time in their history. Tony Ryan with the carry. Turf looking to play early on here. Tyg Bird. He gets the offload to his centre. Michael Brown. And Ashrew. He manages to keep it in, but it looks like UCD have. But Angus Lloyd puts him into touch. It was almost a glorious return.
Unbelievable play there off the top, up the middle from the pack. But I think Matt Holmes covering defence from UCD. What a tackle to cover. But there you have it. Con Kelly passing out, skip onto Tyg Bird, who's been in incredible form. Gets the offload to Mike Brown, as you said. The Mac is back, and then ball into Shaney, who struggles to get the job done. But three UCD defenders coming across. Crucial tackle.
Riley Ashrew's started really well, though, hasn't he? He's very alert. And here we go again. Is he going to get a brace early on? I think they might take it out, though. Donlan's just short. That pass doesn't go to plan. Deeney couldn't quite grasp that one. Corkery sends it long, but Tarf are going to run it back, you'd expect. Asheru. Tarf very good with their hands today already. Ben Griffin with the carry. And look at that break. Turns. And he finds his man on the inside, but that ball's bobbling everywhere. And it's just that last pass.
Yeah, last pass hasn't quite gone to hand. I'm not sure if UCD man touched that there, but I think looking at the kind of ambition that Clontarf are playing here with is pretty impressive. Going through the phases, ball out the back, lots of good handling, and it's been a really, really positive start for Clontarf so far.
They're looking to play at that high tempo. You can see early on, put it through the hands, try and keep it away from the contact. Really good play.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when you get to this level, you can see how important quick ball is, and when you get clear ruck and very quick ruck ball speed, it makes it so much easier for backs and forwards to kind of look at space and get the ball to space.
Clontarf have won their last 6 games, of course. They're on a 6 game winning streak.
Yeah, it's been a good run for Clontarf. They're coming good at the right time of the season. They'll take a lot of confidence in that.
They get a shove on there, but UCD will look to the exit. And that's a very good exit. I think it was by their centre. I think it might have been Dara Gilborn. He was out half for St Mary's College last year in the Leinster School Senior Cup when they got to the semi-final. His first AIL game today. A good achievement for him.
Certainly a big step up, isn't it? Coming from Leinster schools, you got to be able to come and play Senior One rugby. It's a great test. I think a lot of people coming out of school, they really plied their trade before being able to go on to bigger honours. So could be something that goes positively for him for the future.
Kelly goes up for that one. Tyke Bird. Kearns. They're making yards. The speed of ball is key here for Clontarf. But there was a bit of obstruction, a bit of crossing there, and it's a penalty to UCD.
Yeah, probably a fair call from the referee there. I think got a little bit too excited and tried to take the gap in front of him when Mike Brown was looking to go through themselves. But Clontarf starting to put a bit of pressure on UCD here, just looking to be a bit more clinical for them to take advantage of those opportunities.
But I suppose it's been all Clontarf in this kind of first 10 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Clontarf have had most of the ball, but good attacking opportunity here for UCD. They've held out well. There's been 3 entries and Clontarf have scored one, so they'll be happy how they've come back after Clontarf scored in their first play of the game, really.
And Bobby Sheehan will throw this one in. The brother Dan Sheehan, and he's also the UCD captain this season. That one's a bit messy, but McMahon has it. Gilborn getting involved again. Here's Ryan. High tackle, maybe. George doesn't look like he's putting his hand out anyway. So, come on. Coughlin. And here come Tarf. Angus Lloyd trying with the little kick through, but that was blocked. That ball's bouncing everywhere at the minute. What can Nicholson do? He looks to use his feet, but he's dealt with well by Dylan Donnellan. And Tarf are back where they want to be again.
Yeah, strange phase of play there, really. UC looked like they were going through the phases nicely, and then just a few small mistakes. I think both will be too happy with the clinicalness so far. But Clontarf will be happy with their defence, and UC will certainly be happy that they're applying pressure defensively as well. So defence is probably happy, attack not so much.
UCD very happy to have James Nicholson back today. Of course, Clontarf have 3 under-20s winners themselves. George Haddon, Hugh Cooney and Noah Sheridan, who are all part of the Ireland under-20 squad that won the Grand Slam recently.
Yeah, Hugh Cooney is particularly impressive, and even George Haddon really showed what he can do in the scrum, but also as a ball carrier. It'd be great to get those guys back as soon as we can.
And who has it at the back? You guessed it, Dylan Donnellan. It's kind of stopped, but he's going again. But it looks like Angus Lloyd might have to use this one. Kearns to Brown. Here's Tony Ryan, made in the southeast, that man. Sean Gilbert. Tarfer on the prowl here. Ashrew. Gilbert again. Lovely tip on to who else but Dylan Donlan. It's a brace, and he's on 19 tries, equaling his record for last season.
Incredible score there, eh? And Dylan Donlan's on the end of it again. I don't know how he finds himself in these positions all the time, but he's always there, and he's the only man you want. But
Tarfer on the
starting off
prowl
here,
here.
superb Kenny from Mick Carney, showing good feet. Great pass from Gus, and Shaney's been superb so far to show strength in the tackle. Gus there quickly moves it, and Fionn Gilbert, he's a big man, but his hands are incredible. And what a line from Dill.
And he's the captain today as well. Your brother Matt's not here today, so Dylan Donlan has taken over the captaincy role.
Yeah, there's so many leaders in this team, and I think Matt would say that himself. That when you're on the pitch out there, it feels like there's anyone who could be captain really. So Dill's well used to that role. He's a great leader in the side, and leads by scoring tries as well. So it's not bad to be able to do that as a captain.
Sure, they lost a legendary leader last year, I suppose.
Don't give me any credit. I don't know if I deserve that.
And it's 12-0. Connor Kelly knocked that one over.
Yeah, he rarely misses those. Great kicker.
I think that's 86 points for the season for Connor Kelly.
Not bad, seeing as he missed about 5 games, I'd say.
86 points off the boot, that is, and he's got 1 try also to his name. A lot happening across the whole AIL today. The last day, of course, of regular action. And UCD get a much needed penalty. What would you do here? Get some points on the board or go to the corner?
It's a tricky one. I think they haven't had enough time on ball, so I don't think 3 points is worth anything to them here. They need to go to the corner. They need to get themselves back into this game because, Clontarf have had 2 scores and 5 entries, so into the corner they go.
And Terran Europe gone 5-0 up against Shannon, with Cork Con 7-0 up against Young Munster. UCD will be happy with that.
Yeah, it's been a great year for AIL rugby. Like you look at the bottom half of the table, it's probably as tight as it's ever been. And again, top 4 competing till the end.
Fallon took that one. It's Bobby Sheehan at the back. And he peels off. And here comes Bobby Sheehan. He's not quite there. Looks like Clontarf might have got over that one. But it's a penalty to UCD. I thought for a second Ed Kelly was over that, but
Yeah, I think Clancy decided his hands were past the ball to start, so it's probably a fair penalty to give away. I know Shed was be a bit disappointed in it, but clear law infringement, so fair enough.
And here come UCD looking to play quick, not messing around. UCD working hard around that corner. And here's David Ryan. He's not quite there yet. Ryan McMahon, the bulldozer. And he gets over for UCD's first try.
Yeah, it's good from UCD. Pretty much their first entry into the 22, maybe their second, and they get a good try. Went through the phases, and their pack did the work there.
Ryan McMahon is a beast. He was part of the Irish under-20 squad a few years ago.
Yeah, and it was just good composure again and clinicalness from UCD. They just held on to it and great power to get over the line.
He was old Belvedere last season, Ryan McMahon, but then he went away for the summer and came back as a UCD player.
So LB won't be too happy they lost a man of that quality.
And he's also got 3 tries. 12-7 is the score. I was at the game, the very first game of the season, Clontarf UCD, and I thought UCD really put it up to Tarf that day. 24-19. Like, it was a great game, and we can see it already. UCD are up for it again today.
100%. You never really take a college team lightly, because they can be very expensive. And when a team plays like that, they hit their mark on a certain day, they can beat anyone. So you have to be careful.
Corkery kicks it long again. Very good boot. The Kilkenny man. And here comes the power, Ben Griffin. That's a lovely pass. And Tony Ryan's on the charge. Turf a little over halfway here. Here's Dylan Donlan, got a brace to his name already. Here's Bird. Tarfer edging their way into that 22, just on the outside of it. Here's Donlan again. And here's Mick Carney. He throws it back inside. And it's the hat-trick hero. The record has been smashed. 20 tries for the season. Dylan Donlan. What a player. What a man.
Hat trick in the first 20 minutes of a game. I don't know if I've actually ever seen that AIL. Definitely not as a Clontarf man, but what play from Clontarf there. They've gone from inside their own half. They decided to go more the direct route. And then when they got into the right areas, played some lovely handling here. Offloads everywhere. Great hands from Dill to pick it up from Mick Carney. And Dill, it's probably the furthest he's had to score them from in a long, long time, about 10 metres. So he'll be happy to get the hat trick within 20 minutes.
20 tries in 18 games as well. I don't think you'd see that in many leagues.
You see, the thing about it is he's done it back to back years. I think he was about 18 tries, maybe more last year as well.
I think he was 19.
Yeah, no, sorry, 19.
Yeah.
So like he's back to back years to be able to do that. I won't give him too much credit, but I'd say
That's 39 tries in 2 seasons, and the season's not even over.
Yeah,
like so,
it's pretty insane. But like I think he'd probably give a lot of credit to his pack, for how powerful they've been and how dominant they've been over the past few years.
Tarfa managed to keep that one in. Soroka played every game this season for Clontarf. Himself and Dylan Donlan. Angus Lloyd kicks it. That one's bouncing. Nicholson has it. It looks like Clontarf have managed to keep them up here, but UCD have got it to ground as I say that. How UCD are looking to play here. Here they come. Here's White. Oh, look at that step. But he's... Bill Burns. UCD trying to get into the 22 here. It's a really good open game of rugby so far. And Bobby Sheehan's chasing after this one. But they had the advantage. You can't beat the AIL, can you?
No, on days like today, it's just so good to watch. We've had 4 tries in the first 20 to 30 minutes, maybe longer, but like it's an incredible spectacle to come and watch. There's a nice crowd here. I think it's going to be an even bigger one next week when we have a home semi-final here in the parish. But yeah, it's so good. 10 quid into the ground, and you just get pure entertainment at this level.
I'd say the pints taste nice as well.
Yeah, creamy Guinness in the bar. You always got to have a few creamers in the bull ring.
UCD can get an almost straight away response.
Get on.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
kind of been back and forth. I don't know how happy Clontarf will be to have let them in with easy outs. But credit to UCD, they've taken their chances to get into the 22, and if there's anything to go by on their last occasion, they're pretty clinical here. So
What, as we said, the commentators curse. Tarf get up for that one. Kelly steals it at the front.
not done it too often, but yeah, that's my fault. I'll take blame.
Angus Lloyd will be looking for an exit here, you'd think, and that's exactly what he does. He finds touch as well. Angus Lloyd, one of the legends of the AIL, isn't he, really? I was reading yesterday, he's played for three provinces. He's played for Ulster, Connacht, and Munster, I believe. Like, that's insane. And he's a doctor as well, a medical doctor, so man of many tricks.
Yeah, he does it all. He does it all. The only thing he can't do is dye his hair, which he isn't too happy about. But he's a fantastic player. We've had him for 4 or 5 years now in the red and blue, and he's an excellent servant for Clontarf.
He was player of the year in 1B about 5 seasons back for Trinity. Good line speed there from Tarf, forcing UCD to make the mistake.
Yeah, it's been a real positive for Clontarf over the last second half of the season. Their defense has been absolutely excellent, and they show it there again with Mike Brown really come to the fore. It's mad to think that he's able to go at this high level energy, having not played a game at all this year. So he's shown great stuff in the first half here.
And Shannon have gone 7-5 up against Terranure, with Balnahinch also taking the lead against Lansdowne.
Yeah, some good spicy fixtures. It'll be interesting to see how they go over 80 minutes. Shannon are fighting for the lives, but Turnier have a lot to play for as well. If they can't get enough points from that game, they could be facing an away trip to someone like Con. So don't forget.
And look at that shove from Clontarf, asserting their dominance, asserting their power, and comes the penalty.
Yeah, very powerful scrum from Clontarf. That front row trio of Donlan, Sirocco, and Griffin. You won't get many better in the AIL, but they're ballers, but they're also powerful and they can do the key job that a Turnier have a lot to play.
I was actually about to say that. Clontarf, I think it would be fair to say, or I would think they have the best front five probably in the league in terms of physicality.
You know, I think there'd be a few teams who'd probably question that, but I think looking at the sides, I'd have to agree that the pack that they have um, is something to behold. But there is some great packs around. Connor are there, Turner are there, even Young Munster. So that top four sides, they'd all be talking about having that a very good front five in this league.
And Hugh O'Malley comes in for UCD. And here comes them all again. And here it comes. But it looks like it's been transferred to Tony Ryan. Tony Ryan takes it off the back. Got two last week. Tarf would get their bonus point try if they scored here. Here's Deeney. Kearns. Oh, and a lovely long pass, but UCD intercepted, but they had a penalty advantage. Clontarf will be happy enough about that one.
Yeah, I think Gussie kind of saw that advantage coming, and you kind of see those long passes from scrum half these days. It's almost becoming like that crossfield kick when you take advantage to try and fire it over that last defender. Clontarf will be happy where they're at though. They can score if they can get this score in the first half. That'll secure their top spot, and that's what they'll be wanting.
And it is Ryan McMahon who's went off for UCD. The try scorer, you'd wonder, is it an injury or is it a tactical thing? He's not a player you'd want to take off anyway, you'd think. I feel like there's a bit of a foregone conclusion with these lineouts and these mauls.
Yeah, there's one man waiting at the back. He just has to, he has to just do his first job, which is hit the line out, which is key. And I hope I haven't given him the commentator's curse again, but he'll be focusing on hitting his dart here, and Clontarf will look to build.
They take it down well. And who's at the back? But that one's gone down. So we might not get much purchase off this one. UCD were smart there. About a metre short. Soraka. It looks like there's somebody underneath that one. Tarf will go again. Keeping it in nice and tight. Have they got over there? George Clancy's having a look.
Held up.
It's a try. Soraka. Oh no. Go on then. Dylan Donlan's got another.
He's fourth. His fourth in the first half. I think he's going to be pretty happy with how that's turned out. But look, he's so good from that range. And in fairness, it is a really acquired skill. There's no reason why he has scored so many tries from this position. He's able to body low, drive really hard, and get that reach to the try line. So fair play. He deserves every minute of that.
And that's the bonus point try as well. Bonus point try by one man.
Just take the rest of the lads off. Just leave Dill on.
Dylan, don't play with me, Donlan. And over it goes. Con Kelly kicks it over. 26-7 in the bull ring here. How early into that second half do you think that Andy Wood might call in some of the lads on the bench, give them a bit of playing time?
I think now that they've got the bonus point, which I believe gives them top spot, I think we're going to have to see a lot of changes. I think they're going to give a good run out to the bench. I know Dylan Donlan's played a lot of minutes this year, and I think they'll want to make sure he's fresh for next week. And then
Surely not. I thought we were going to see a double hat trick here.
well, it depends what he says at halftime. Now, I don't think he worries too much. He's happy to be able to contribute to the team, and he's contributed 20 points today. So I'd say he'd be happy with a 40-minute shift. But we'll see. Maybe it's 5-10 minutes into the second half, and then you kind of bring on some of the guys who need a bit of game time.
And that line out's a bit messy, and here he comes again, the tank. Leo Cullen might be on the phone later on.
Hopefully he won't take him to South Africa. We don't need that in our lives.
I think Dylan's only got one thing on his mind, and that's the AIL title in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, he'll be focused obviously in the next 40, or warming the bench if he's taken off, and then he'll know there's a massive game next week, for whoever it is we come up against.
Well, I think it's pretty much set in stone that it's going to be young Munster, and
A tough side.
here's White. He looks to get his wheels motoring. UCD haven't had much time at all on the ball in this game. Corkery has a go. Maloney's not messing around. That'll be another penalty for UCD. A silly one to concede when you're 26-7 up.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Didn't get back 10, and to get a yellow card for it just changes the momentum of the game a little bit. I think Paul will feel a little bit hard done by there. We haven't given many penalties away, so but in saying that, look, a bit cynical. So yeah, you got to be careful there.
Corkery puts it deep into that corner. Former Irish under-20s player, and he's also been capped twice for Leinster.
unbelievable nudge. He's kicked it to the 5. That's an incredible bit of skill. And UCD will be looking to bounce back here and try and get themselves back in the game.
Cork Con 14-0 up in their game, and Hinch 14-0 up against Lansdowne.
Yeah, and I just see Shannon coming across the screen, 2 points up against Ternier in Lakelands, which is a bit surprising.
Bobby Sheehan has it at the back. Maloney will look to take it out. Here's David Ryan. And he puts it out the back. Nicholson. And here's White. That's a try for UCD, their second of the day.
Yeah, and look, Clontarf Pack did a good job to hold up that maul, but superb UCD play out the back. Great hands, and the 15 gives a superb pass to the left wing for UCD. And Ben White, I think it is, who finishes in the corner. Tough when you're man down in that particular instance, but yeah, well played and well capitalised on from UCD.
Taking advantage of the 14 men as well.
Yeah, when you get a position like that, an unbelievable, like I suppose you had to go back to Cork with the kick into the corner, set it up, and then Tarf are just completely brought into defending that maul. And when there's a bit of width and some good handling, it's very easy to get around a 14-man defence.
But he's pulled that one wide, and it's 26-12 here. 6 tries already in the first half.
Yeah, it's been a great showing, a great spectacle, and I don't really know how there's never any more than the people here watching the games because they're just so entertaining.
Of course, this stream today brought to you by BF Sports Analysis.
Yeah, and our sponsors, O'Corian, which is really great that they can help us sponsor this stream because we know there's so many people back home watching. I even think my nieces are watching from my brother's car at the moment. So hello, Annie and Izzy, and hello, Rian and Keely in Australia.
You'd be a class radio presenter.
No, I've definitely got a face for radio anyway, as my dad tells me.
Here come UCD again. Nicholson kicks that one, but it looks like it's gone out in the full, and it has.
Yeah, that's not ideal for UCD. They kind of really need to start building some consistency here to try and get back in this game. They had a great score there, and you really need to take care of exits. Exits are so important in the AIL. If you can't take care of your exits, you're going to leave yourself in some troubling positions. And now Clontarf have a very good left side attacking line out.
And if I'm correct, Shannon, if they win, they'll be on 38 points at the moment. And UCD will be on 37. But UCD have got 2 tries, so 2 more will get them that bonus point. But at the moment, Shannon would go over UCD, I believe.
Yeah, it's so close. There's so many people in the mix, down that end of the league. It can go either way. That's why you've got to take care of your games.
There's Carney. What a career he's had. Donnellan has it at the back. He thinks about it, makes a few yards, but he's taken down. Here's Tony Ryan. Tarf in that 22 now. Here's Bird. His brother Connell plays for Old Belvedere. David Ryan does well in the tackle there. Tarf just edging their way into that 22. And here's O'Donoghue.
And the quick hands from Dill Donald to flick that on. Wow.
Gilbert to Griffin. You talk about quick hands. There's an even quicker hands. Here's Angus Lloyd. Oh no. Who's got his hands on it at the back? Well, he's gonna be generous and he's gonna spin it out wide. Here's Michael Brown. The return of the back.
He'd be absolutely delighted to get that. I think he'd probably more delighted to take a rest on the ground after playing his first 40 minutes in maybe a year. But superb play from Clontarf. Great handling. Gus Lloyd took it up to the 5 metre line there, and Dylan actually decided to pass it for once rather than to take it on himself. He probably could have scored it himself, but he gave a bit of a dodgy pass. But Kearnsey took care of it, and then Mike Brown used his pace and showed a bit of courage to get his head down into the corner.
Showing the itch now.
Every time I come and watch these lads play on a Saturday, I get the itch. There's nothing like playing with a good group of mates. And yeah, getting to pull on the red and blue jersey is always a blessing.
I just saw the coaches have a little word with Dylan Donlan, and he gestured as if to say, relax. But is he going to swap out?
I think he's been swapped out all right. I think must have been just from that dodgy pass. I think Woody said, right, let's pull him.
That's enough for today. You can all leave the stream now. The Dylan Donlan show's over.
He's done a great job. He's been a great man for this season. And he's always very humble man. He knows what it's about to play for the team, and he'd be happy to be able to give Cathal O'Flynn a well-needed run for Cathal O'Flynn.
Well, it's good to give the lads, because you don't know what can happen in a semi-final, a surprise injury or anything like that. So lads need to be ready, and here they come again, Tarf. I love the way Clontarf have so many options when they run the ball. So many different lines happening.
Yeah, there's some great clarity in how they want to play. And I think I've been really impressed with today is how good they have been with their handling. Those little pop balls, those balls out the back. Connor Kearns with a no-look pass the front door.
That's a good block down by Bobby Sheehan. Where's that ball going to land? Offside, maybe, but here's Corkery. That ball's going everywhere at the minute. Mick Carney has it.
Mick Carney has been unbelievable so far today. He's been absolutely everywhere. Calling line outs, great pace, great hands.
And UCD get the penalty. Well, he's been everywhere in his career as well. He's played in a lot of places, Mick Carney, including Zebra.
Well-travelled man. He'll be a bit unlucky there. He was a bit isolated after collecting that 50-50 ball on the ground, but UCD did a very good job to get on it. One of their players quickly getting on for the steal, and now they have a nice penalty on their own half to give them a bit of a break from the power and the persistence of Clontarf.
Is there anyone in particular in that Clontarf bench that you're looking forward to seeing coming on?
The bench is really, really strong. I think Ed Brennan's going to come on now. He's a young guy who plays in the back row. He's absolutely excellent. But you look across the bench and you see the likes of Dara Bulger, who's a tight and loose head prop who can come on and lock down a scrum, but also a menacing ball carrier. And then you also got JP Phelan, who I think comes a long way from Garryowen, but he's been with Clontarf for the last 5 or 6 years, and he's a phenomenal scrummager, phenomenal ball player, but also an incredible defender.
That's stolen by Mick Carney. Ed Brennan was in Blackrock College, I believe, former Leinster under-19s player.
Yeah, he's kind of been unlucky with injuries over the last few years, so he's still trying to find his way.
And that's all for the first half. 31-12 here to Clontarf.
Yeah, really exciting first half. Some good play, and probably both sides want to be.
We only have one word to say though, Dylan Donnellan.
Yeah, Dylan probably takes all the plaudits for his 4 tries. But yeah, Clontarf will be happy enough now going into the break.
And we're back for the second half here in Castle Avenue. We'll have a quick look around to see if there's been any swaps.
Looks like there's been a few. We know Clontarf came on. He's going to have a long 40 minutes ahead of him. We also see JP Phelan and Ed Brennan who've come on to replace in the pack. So
Ivan Sorokas came off as well, I can see.
looks like Clontarf have brought on 3 or 4 players there in that second half. So looking to give their bench a good spin.
UCD need 2 tries. They need a bonus point.
Yeah, this is going to be a well contested second half. I think Clontarf are going to want to.
And UCD with a very good restart. Here comes Burns. UCD coming out with plenty of intent in this second half. They know it could have massive bearing on their league status for next season.
Yeah, great start. It actually started exactly the way the first half started. Kick off into a great position. UCD won it back, and then a strong carry that Tony Ryan got penalised for. But good start from UCD.
Corkery puts it into the corner. UCD's tries coming from Ryan McMahon and Ben White in the first half.
Yeah, they've come out with a lot of intent here, UCD, and I wonder if it may have been said in the huddle that there's a bit of work to be done in this second half, given the status of the league with the scores currently as they stand.
Well, I'm guessing somebody's watching it somewhere for them. And here's O'Malley. Here's Jerry Hill. UCD edging ever closer. Have they got over? Not quite. UCD are very close here. Here's David Ryan. Brother James. UCD keeping it nice and tight here. And they've got an advantage. Here's Bill Burns. They're very close here, but they haven't quite got there quite yet. And there's a lovely pass out wide. And it's James Nicholson, the Irish under-20s Grand Slam winner.
Yeah, great start from UCD in the second half. Some good forward play, dominant carries. They had the advantage very close to the line, and a lovely little play from number 13 who gives it out the back to the 10. You'll see it here now. Lovely ball out the back and a fantastic pass into the winger's hand who had an easy job to finish it.
James Nicholson, first game back since winning that Grand Slam, and he gets a try to his name. And 3 tries for UCD, only 1 more, and they have the try bonus point.
Yeah, that'll be the next job now. They'll look to nail this kick, and then they'll be looking to get their 4th try.
Michael Maloney hits that one hard, but he doesn't quite hit the target. Does the fact that Tarf have brought on the subs, does it, no disrespect, but does it give it an opening for UCD to go after them a bit more?
I think it depends who you ask. If you're asking the Clontarf man, probably not. If you're asking UCD, they might see that there's an opportunity for them. I think the big thing is going to be how Clontarf can get back and how UCD can. It's whoever holds onto the ball more and can take care of phases, because the team of possession are always going to be a bit more dangerous.
Who's going to get this ball? It's bouncing everywhere. UCD have it though, and they'll be looking for a quick ball here. Here they come, Nicholson again. Just scored a try a couple of moments ago. Using his blind side well there. Here's Nicholson again. He's got a pep in his step. Here's Hill. UCD are really looking to play here. Here's Gilburn. Highs the call from the sidelines, but not for the referee. That one's been knocked on. UCD are definitely something was said to them at half time because they've came out a different animal.
Yeah, they've come out playing a bit of ball, and obviously we spoke about the exits in the first half. A decent box kick that didn't get taken care of from Clontarf, and then opened up a lot of risk. With UCD getting the ball and then going a fair bit into Clontarf's half. So yeah, I think Clontarf will pull together here, take a few breaths, look to try and get a bit of composure back into their game, and UCD will want to get this game going quickly because they've got all the flow of the game. They don't want any kind of breaks here. They just want to keep playing ball.
And it will be young Munster next week, I suppose, for Clontarf. Is there anything that they have that that you'd have an eye on or you'd be a little bit worried about?
Yeah, I know. I think an eye to next week. First of all, Clontarf will be absolutely over the moon to be able to come to the bull ring. You look around the stands today, and there's definitely about 600 or 700 people here, which is fantastic. You'd expect a big number again. But yeah, young Munster, they'll know that they've done decently against Clontarf this year. They've a strong pack, some excellent backs. So they won't be taken lightly in any way, but no doubt it's going to be an absolutely fantastic packed bull ring here next week in Castle Avenue.
Clontarf with a very good penalty at the scrum. It looks like Ryan McMahon might be coming back in for UCD.
Yeah, obviously a bit of tactical move, as you mentioned in the first half, trying to give the guys as much rest as they can so that they can be as strong in the front row. And it's what they're going to need because this Clontarf front row are something else.
Well, you see it quite often in the AIL actually, especially in the front row. Some props play 60 minutes, but they kind of spread it out 30-30 sometimes. UCD have kept that one in. Nicholson kicks it. Tarf have managed to get it. Tony Ryan. Tarf 5 tries to their name already. Here's O'Donoghue. Looks like he's been held up by Deegan. Ross Deegan did very well to hold him up there, but the pass, or it was a knock on, and Tarf will have the scrum.
Yeah, I think Tarf will be they'll be annoyed when they look back at that penalty and missing touch, but blocked down kick and then somehow managed to fall into the hands of Kearns. But yeah, great work from the UCD back to hold him up there. Looked like Keane got his knees down, but Clancy was happy enough to let it play, and the ball was ripped. Unfortunately for Clontarf, it went forward and they get the put in.
And it's Ryan McMahon back in for Hugh O'Malley, his first scrum back.
That's an unbelievable view of the scrum. You see the power come through there.
And here come Tarf. Gilburn gets it. White gets up very quick there, shuts off the line. Angus Lloyd with the kick. Nicholson to tidy up.
Yeah, very animated sideline here for both Clontarf and UCD. But I think it was a fantastic read from White coming off his wing. Made a certainly a very important tackle. If that ball went and got away, as you can see here in the analysis, great read, great tackle. There's probably a 3v1 if that ball goes out to the width. So superb read.
A lot of emotion coming from the UCD sideline though. It means so much to them, that 1A status. UCD not in 1A is something that hasn't happened in a very long time. I'd say nearly 13 years maybe. Like they've become such a stalwart in 1A that if they were to lose that status, it would be huge.
Yeah, it's tricky. You just look at old Belvedere, like, you go down there into 1B and it's a very, very tough league to get out of, the amount of travel and lots of good, strong teams. So yeah, you don't want to go down, obviously, but it just shows how important it is to kind of get those points.
And here's Brown, he's already got one try to his name. Here's Tony Ryan on the charge. And here's Ashrew, Seni Ashrew, Riley Ashrew. Tarf looking for try number 6.
Shout of patience from the sideline as well, which is what they need.
That's a lovely pass. And it's Brown again. Here's Kearns. Patience is the call, as you said. Tarf not going to rush this.
And this is exactly what Clontarf want to do. They want to slow down this game a little bit.
Kearns had to go at his toes to catch that one.
Yeah. Found penalty advantage there. And I think that's why we saw the long pass from Connor Kelly to Mike Brown earlier on. So Clontarf showing great patience, slow down the UCD college team who like to kind of play flowing rugby and take a bit more control back of this game.
On Connor Kelly, for him, is he a player you want to maybe get some minutes under his belt because he hasn't played in a little under 2 months?
Yeah, and like that 10 jersey is hotly contested. Tyke Bird has played there this year. Connor Kelly, we know he's Stevie Crosby has also played there. There's some fantastic talent really trying to take ownership of that jersey. So Con Kelly will be looking to take that, especially with a huge semi-final where we're going to have a great crowd here in the Bull Ring next weekend against Young Munster. So yeah, he's going to want to kind of own that jersey and he's wanting to get as many minutes as he can under his belt.
And you slide with the put in. They'll have to go again.
Yeah, the Tarf pack here will be saying we want one. They're going to want to keep this in and they're going to go over that white line, look for a penalty try potentially because they've had some excellent dominance here in this part of the game so far.
Good confidence booster as well for the lads that have come into that front row. Cahill O'Flynn and Dara Bulger.
Yeah, these lads will be pushing for spots as well. We spoke about the 10 jersey. Everybody knows there's a massive home semi final next weekend, and they'll want to give a good kind of showing themselves so they can try and push into this team for next week. No spots are guaranteed, so you can play yourself into jerseys here.
And Clontarf do get that penalty. Go again. Look for the penalty try.
Yeah, they'll. I'd be surprised if they don't scrum it down or kick to the corner. Looks like Con Kelly is going to go to the corner and use the powerful pack.
Cahill O'Flynn wants his piece of pie.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm not sure he's played 40 minutes for the last 2 years, but he's got a long way to go. But he's gonna want to take care of the dart first, get himself at the back, and get a little meat pie. Not that he needs any more than he already has.
Went to Belvedere College. That's a clean line out from Clontarf. And it is O'Flynn who has it at the back.
Seed into Fionn Gilbert, and straight away there's momentum going forward. And when you get yourself at the back of that pack, you know there's meat pies for dinner.
And it was a young Munster who actually gave Clontarf their first defeat in a very long time. And now you're having them next week in the semi-final.
Yeah, it was actually down in Tom Clifford Park, which is always a tough place to go. I don't think there'll be a huge amount of conversation around that. There'll be more that they know how to play their own. Once this team can play their own game, um, they can beat anyone.
It was back in round 6. It was 24-16 to young Munster that day.
Yeah, young Munster definitely pose a threat. But there'll be confidence in this team. They'll know they do what they do, and they get the performance. They'll be playing in front of a very big crowd.
Some of the scores coming up on our screen here. Cork still in the lead. Hinch still in the lead. Trinity Gary Owen is 0-0. Taryn are now 22-12 up against Shannon, so that looks good for UCD at the moment. Shannon will go into the relegation promotion playoff. Angus Lloyd goes to the skies. Here's David Ryan. And David Ryan's away. Look at his dancing feet. Here's Coughlin. UCD looking for their bonus point try here. UCD using their forwards to good effect. Here's Jerry Hill. Tarf doing everything they can to try and get in over that one. David Ryan again. It was his break that got him into this position. Here's Fallon. But Tarf have got in and they've stole that one. Angus Lloyd looking for the touchline and he finds it.
Very solid defence from Clontarf and some good tack shape from UCD as well. But yeah, fantastic for them to hold solid, good communication. It looked like they were well connected across the line, and a good tackle from two men. And it looked like Ed Kelly got over the ball with a very quick steal, and then Gus taking his time and making sure he finds touch. A good exit to relieve some pressure.
Will it be just enjoy tonight and think about young Munster tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely. There won't be a huge, there won't be a massive party. We'll save the party for next week when we come and watch the guys playing the bull ring. But yeah, it'll be very much head screwed on. What's the next job? And focus on what young Munster can bring and what we can bring next week.
There's Bobby Sheehan. Some loads of roars for high here, but I don't think it was high. It's like a chorus.
Some absolutely bone shattering tackles going in here.
Here's Ryan. Corkery. UCD tip it on. Here's Gilburn. Nicholson. Looking for his second. He twists, he turns. He's not quite there though. Here's Bill Burns. Here's Coughlin. Is the bonus point coming? They've got the advantage anyway. So, Luca Hassett about to enter the game. Made his debut against Trinity last week. I've been meaning to ask you this. I haven't seen you, but that winning that AIL title last year in your last game ever for Clontarf, how did it feel for you?
Yeah, it was a very special day. You know, obviously my twin Maddie Darcy was captain as well. So
Oh, here come UCD. We'll get back to that in a second. Where is that ball? It's been knocked on. It'll be Tarf. Be UCD with the put in, rather. Sorry. But yeah, on that, I've always wondered, like, it must have been so special for you, your brother, your whole family.
yeah, nothing like it. Obviously, I've been lucky enough to be part of three winning campaigns. But it'd been a while since we won our first one. I hadn't played in a winning AIL final in the Aviva, due mainly for injury or being the league season in 2014 when we won. But yeah, very very special, surreal moments being on the pitch at the end of it, looking up to the red and blue. But I think I'd be just as happy now to see these guys and go and do it again this year.
The Darcys edged in Clontarf folklore. Maloney with the put in. Coughlin takes it off the back. He's looking to power his way to the line. Here's Sheehan. Clontarf's defence is holding up very well here. Here's Hill. There's the high call again. UCD looking for a quick ball here. Corkery with the kick through. Was he taken out? George Clancy says he was. And is that a card?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I didn't quite catch it, but it was a nice little dink through. He saw some space. It'll be interesting to see if the players were committed to that tackle. Certainly he was happy with the penalty, but certainly not a penalty try because Kell was there to kick it out. But yeah, tough to make a call without seeing what actually happened there.
I'd say that UCD team on the sideline are great crack at parties, a rowdy bunch. Here's Hill.
Certainly having a good time on this sideline, trying to cheer their team on.
Looks like James Nicholson has left the game as well.
Here we go. We see the kick through. Looks like they're committed, but maybe a little bit of a shout there from the UCD fans that they might be a little bit hard done by.
Did no one tell you you're the TMO today?
Don't want to go upstairs to me.
UCD are very close here. The forwards are doing their work. Clontarf doing their best to keep their try line clean.
Penalty advantage here, so I'd say there'll be a 13 using ball out the back and 10 trying to kick wide to the winger on the width.
You heard it here first, David Ryan. And it goes out to number 14, Ross Deegan. And the referee says that's the bonus point try. And UCD get their fourth.
Yeah, well worked try. As you can see, Fords did a lot of work. Penalty came from Clancy and the advantage gave them that bit of confidence to go. Lovely pass from 13 and a great bit of hands there to get Ross into the corner who finishes it well.
That's Ross Deegan's sixth try of the season as well for UCD. That one doesn't go over. He actually played a bit of rugby in Spain for VRAC Quesos, but nothing beats playing at home for UCD, I bet.
Yeah, you've seen the scores across the bottom of your screen there. Obviously, Ternier have come back in the second half to get a good win over Shannon. Very close game, and Con, Young Munster, which are going to be the top four sides coming through. So it's going to be a really interesting one here in Castle Avenue next week. I think we're kicking off at 2:30, expecting an even bigger crowd than today. There's probably 600 or 700 here today, so expecting another couple hundred. There's so much fun for the family. Ice cream, face painting. There's food trucks here as well, and then for
Don't
the
tempt me with a good time.
there you go. The mothers and fathers can enjoy the pint of Guinness as well. So make sure you get down, support this big semi final, and come down to show support for the Bulls.
As the great Justin Middleton always says, the AIL is the best league.
He's absolutely not wrong. You'll never go to an AIL game and be disappointed with the standard of rugby. We've had 50 points today. One team fighting relegation. 10 tries, and one team's fighting relegation. One team looking to get top spot in the league. It doesn't get any better than this.
And UCD getting their backline moving. Look at this lovely rugby from the students. And here's Bobby Sheehan, like a bull. And he passes it inside. And David Ryan will go in under the sticks here.
What a try! And Sheehan showing a bit of the family pace there. I think Clontarf won't be very happy with the defence, but UCD really are playing some excellent rugby here. A nice ball up the middle, out half, uses it, pushing in and quick hands out to Sheehan on the wing, who shows good gas and a great bit of handling to get the ball inside to the 13, who's there on the shoulder, and get a nice finish in.
David Ryan, St. Michael's College. As I said earlier, him and Bobby have something in common. They both have brothers who play for Ireland.
Certainly both linked up well there to show that they have got something in the genes.
Mick Maloney knocks that one over. They say that about the Darcys too around here.
It's only if you're talking to my dad in the bar, probably. Even then, I might not even get a compliment off.
Depends what mood he's in.
Clontarf won't be too happy with the last 10 or 15 minutes here. I think they're going to want to try and turn it on for the last few minutes of this game. They want to take something into the semi-final. It's been a good performance so far, but they've leaked a few tries, and I think they want to come back and show a bit of dominance to finish this game off.
11 tries. I haven't commentated on a game with as many before. It's surreal. David Ryan, though, his influence on the game for UCD in this second half has been huge.
Yeah, he's played fantastically. Good carrying, good hands. He showed that he's got a lot of skills and certainly helped UCD get themselves back into this game.
Where's that one gonna land? But it'll be a Clontarf penalty. Looks like Mick Carney's coming back in. That's a lovely kick as well.
Yeah, Con Kelly dropped it on the foot. Lovely there. Put it to 5 meters, and you know what happens here. Strong, accurate line out, and they're going to maul this.
Somebody hold Dylan Donlan back there. He might want to run back on.
I think Carl O'Flynn's going to be looking at the hat trick there if he's not careful. No, he'll be thinking of one job. Make sure he hits his man. Nothing's a given here at this point.
And he does hit his man. Oh, Flynn has it at the back. Oh, Flynn's looking around. Is it his time to get on the score sheet? Yes, it is, and he gets his second of the day.
And you knew once Con Kelly got that ball in his hand and he put it to 5 meters that this Tarf pack were going to take it on themselves. All starts another great dart. And once he hits that dart, he's just looking to get to the back of the ball, back of the mall, and get that ball as quick as he can. I said it before. He's probably got a second meat pie here, but he's already had too many pies in his life, so he's happy with two more today in the parish.
I said about Dylan O'Donnell getting a double hat trick, but now if you add the two of them together, it is a double hat trick.
Yeah, I think Carl will be looking to try and get the ball into the corner again and get his own hat trick. I'm not sure if he's ever got a hat trick playing rugby before, but
They can fight over the ball afterwards.
exactly, who gets player of the match for that one?
And Connor Kelly, as simple as you like.
Yeah, Con Kelly stroking it through the post. He's deadly from the tee.
In terms of the Leinster guys you have missing today, will any of them be available for the semi-final?
I don't think
No,
so. I think
actually, no. Yeah, it's
yeah, I don't think most people are going to be able to come back for the semi-final. Maybe for the final, but you know, even those lads that be looking to come back, it's like trying to pick spots in this team are very hard. And obviously, you've got the likes of Alex Sirocco.
Ben Murphy scored loads of tries this season
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. So those guys want to come back and play with Clontarf, but they get their chance to play for Leinster and try and make a career out of it, which is great too. But
Yeah.
you know, you get very few chances to try and win an AIL. So hopefully, Clontarf take care of the semi-final next weekend here at Castle Avenue in the Bull Ring, where we're going to have a big crowd.
I forgot about that second week in South Africa, so they won't be back for the semi-final. But who knows? Maybe for the final.
Yeah, we'll see. All things lead to this big semi-final in Clontarf next week, though. So, anyone at home watching on YouTube, you're probably sitting at home watching the stream. If you can make it, if you can travel, get back here. I know the lads will be really keen to get your support. There's a big crowd here today. There's going to be lots of great food here. There's going to be great fun to be had, a great family day out. So make sure you rock up. I think it's €10 entrance. And you can't get better entertainment for €10. So come down, enjoy it, give the lads all your support, and let's try and carry them to the AIL final.
Sam Owen with the put-in. He's been playing very well for the under-20s this season, I've been told.
Yeah, I think it's a debut for Sam here. He'll be looking to try and have a good showing for himself, but great to see a young guy coming through from the 20 system. Our 20s have been excellent this year. So hopefully a few more will follow through next year again.
The amazing thing about this game is neither team have lost their want. They're both still going for it.
Yeah, I think there's good rugby on display. I think UCD are very keen to show what they're about because, you know, it's been a tough L season for them, and Clontarf just want to have a good showing, keep their form intact going into the semi-final. And as we said, 4 or 5 replacements have come on here. They just want to put their name and put their hand up for that jersey for next week.
What odds will you give me for a Cathal O'Flynn hat-trick?
It's definitely odds on, but he'll know himself. He'll have to hit his dart. I said it before, but he'll be more worried about his dart than getting to the back just yet.
Well, now his attention will shift. He's got it at the back. Is he going to get a hat-trick as well? Oh, he's just short of the line.
Mick Carney touches down there, I think, for the parish. The Bulls in the blue scrum cap. He's had a fantastic game. Probably played about 60 odd minutes. He's been excellent. He's everything good about what Clontarf represents. A great culture guy, a great changing room guy, but also a fantastic leader and an exceptional player. So we'll be looking to have that man playing next weekend for us. Touch wood.
He was an Irish under 20 in 2011. Mick Carney.
Yeah, he's got an amazing rugby CV. He's done the travel around the world with it. I think he was in Italy. He was down in Connacht, and he was in Leinster as well. So he's a very good rugby CV, and I think he's been taken off now after scoring that try. Job done.
13 tries. You heard it right. That one's been knocked on. UCD will have a chance here. Wash.
That was a huge tackle from Ed Brennan.
Here's David Ryan again.
Two massive, massive tackles from Clontarf. The defence really putting pressure on. They want to close this game out strong, but UCD coming back and going very hard.
It's Corkery. Here's David Ryan again. What a second half he's had. Another big hit.
Absolutely no quitting from UCD though, and there's definitely space outside here.
Here they come. Tarv managed to strip that one away. A few UCD substitutes ready to come in here. That one was a low kick. Here come UCD. Is there more tries in this game? Here's Ross Deegan. And Tarf have got in over that one. I think it was Darrell Bulger, was it? Who?
Yeah, the immovable object, the size of him, he looks like He-Man. He's an absolute giant beast, but did very well. You get a man of that size, he's probably 120 kegs. You're not moving him. But yeah, obviously a huge game here for Clontarf next weekend. It looks like it's going to be Young Munster. Young Munster, we all know in the All-Ireland League, have a great travelling contingent. We expect a big crowd coming up and a feisty matchup. Two very, very well-matched sides. Clontarf will need all the support, so make sure if you're at home watching this game, make sure you're here for a very big weekend of rugby and a great celebration of what the All-Ireland Rugby is all about.
The Cookies always travel. They have some really good players as well. They've got the likes of Pat Campbell, Connor Phillips.
Yeah, really strong team. Um,
It'll be Clontarf and yours as well in the other semi-final.
Carlo Flynn with a bit of a gushy into the line out there.
A rare mistake from him.
He was probably thinking about trying to get on the back end of them all to get his hat-trick. I don't think he'll be looking back too often on that line out and hoping that Andy Wood won't be showing him in the video analysis on Tuesday.
Well, Andy Wood was the next person I was going to talk about. What he's done for Clontarf Rugby Club is he was coach of the year last year. He could be on for it again this season. Like what he's done for Clontarf, with the AIL titles and everything else, coming from New Zealand and everything that he's done, he's had such a good career as a coach here.
Absolutely, and just as Clontarf falter a little bit with their passing game, you're absolutely right. Andy Wood has been an incredible Tarf man. I remember coming down and watching him as a young 10-year-old. He donned the black scrum cap, and he was well known as a bit of an enforcer here in the All Ireland League, which is saying something in a league of that time in the 2000s. So
it was under Phil Warahiko, wasn't it?
Yeah,
around that time, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Phil was heavily involved, and he was very much involved in the time we got to the first ever All Ireland final. And he's been involved in every single All Ireland final that Clontarf have been involved in and helped us get those 3 titles that were so elusive for so long. Heralded as an absolute legend in this club, does great work and has always been a great coach, and one of the big things was building culture in this team. And as you can see it here, I think Clontarf actually decided to go down to 14 men here for the last few, taking Mick Carney off. There's no 8 in the pack, so they decided to play with 14 men, which is an interesting tactic. Obviously showing if they're able to do it, or planning some tactics for if that does happen.
It's a good time to do it, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know if the forwards on the pitch would be too happy about it. They have a bit more work to do, but
And UCD will be looking for another try, but that ball's like a juggling ball.
and there's some tired bodies out there now. A lot of errors at the moment. The physicality of the game, the energy of the game, the fast pace of it. There's been 79 points, 13 tries. It's been tiring.
Where else would you get it?
Best league in the world, as you said.
Get the AIL on the TV.
It's where it should be. Well, at least we've got it here on BF Sport Analysis. Thanks again to the O'Corian, our sponsors. Very kind of them to be able to give this broadcast, and obviously to yourself, Kieran. You did a great job.
Oh, thank you. I always enjoy coming to the bull ring.
Yeah, the bull ring is happy to have you anytime. It's great. It's great club to be a part of. Very welcoming. So make sure you come down next week. Show your true colours for the red and blue.
But that's enough. That's all, says George Clancy. 50-29 is the end score here in Castle Avenue. UCD will remain in 1A next season. For Clontarf, there's bigger fish to fry next week.
Yeah, a very good spectacles. Probably not the greatest handling performance from both sides, but 79 points when you come and watch that. 50-29. What a really big spectacle. And now all things move to business end of the season, semi-final. Clontarf Young Munster here in Castle Avenue. It's going to be a battle in the bull ring, as we're saying. Hopefully it's going to come the side of Clontarf again.
And it's been a joy to be with you today, Ado. And best of luck in the weeks to come.
Thank you very much, and same to you, Kieran. I'm excited to see where this Clontarf team can go this year.
That was good, man. Oh, shit.